You know,
Yep.
Luke Chu in the house. Luke
Eric
Chu is
Nakamura in the
here.
house. What
Luke
up?
Chu is here.
Robot and the bear. Mm-mm-mm. Dude, you
Yep.
know who I want to have on the podcast?
Who do we want on the podcast?
Daniel Yu from Angry Asian Man, the Twitter feed.
That's not his name.
I think it is because I heard him on NPR today.
That's not his name.
Okay, then
Phil. It's Phil Yu.
Phil Yu. Oh, okay, it's something Yu. I thought I heard Daniel. I listened
Phil
to it.
Yu.
Yeah, I wanna. We should have him on.
Okay, I'll see. I know him a little bit.
Yeah, like he would be like. I love his Twitter feed. It's
Awesome.
like it's kind of one of my favorite things to like that and like I think it was another one's like like racist like dog or something like that, and he just retweets like really racist shit and
Does he write his own racist stuff?
no,
Okay.
all he types is bark 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 bark.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then he'll attach the tweet or the post
gotcha.
that he sees on it.
That sounds
and
good.
yeah, it's pretty good. But like, yeah, Philip Yu or Daniel Yu, I don't
Phil
know.
Yu.
Phil Yu, he does. I guess he's doing a podcast now.
Yeah.
Like the Star Trek one.
Oh, I don't even know.
Asians in Star Trek.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it's like he's like got like a list of apparently 50 some actors and extras and maybe even probably production people who worked on Star Trek, that he's interviewing.
Okay.
But he's on the list. He's on the list of people I want to talk to on this podcast.
Okay. Awesome.
Anyways, how's it going, Eric?
Good, man. You
are 58.
Wait, you're frozen. Oh no, you're back. Okay. Yeah, you froze for a moment. What's going on this weekend?
This weekend there's a show opening.
The greatest show of all time, I think. The greatest show of all time.
The Drawings Show.
Yes. By Luke Chu. Sorry.
Speaking of which, you just brought something up that I'm been very curious about, and that is Yoshitomo Nara at the Mocha.
LACMA,
yeah. Did that happen?
I think it's postponed.
Oh, okay.
I think it's installed though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's installed. So I think you can kind of like, you could see some pictures online. There are goods sold on their store, but you can't see the exhibition in person yet. But I know it's installed.
Oh.
So I think it's postponed is basically it. So.
Okay.
If you know somebody at LACMA, maybe.
I'm looking at you, man.
Oh, I'll tell you after I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you how it is after I go.
Oh, great. Yeah. So we got the drawings show.
Yep. Luke Chu drawings. The name is not the most creative, but it's drawings. I like it.
It is as to the point as it possibly can.
Yeah, there's no beating around the bush. It's not like Graphite Dreams or like you know what I'm saying? I mean, those are ways to work around it. Like if this were some kind of a magazine article back in the day, Giant Robot, we got to be more clever than that. So it's like, like Luke Chu up on graphite or
something on paper.
penciled in. How's that? You know what I mean? Yeah, sharpened tip.
Yeah. Oh man, I trust me. I those were all that was definitely a train of thought that was buzzing through my head. Like I should come up with some clever fucking title for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, what would be clever?
Luke Chu, snorting pencil shavings. Snorting pencil shavings. Fuck.
I just called it pencil shavings.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I just thought, I'm going to be clever by not being clever at all. I'm just going to freaking tell it like what it is. It's a collection of drawings.
Your drawings are often clever.
I think they are.
right?
Let the drawings speak for
I
themselves.
think they're pretty clever to begin with. Unlike, I mean, a lot of people draw stuff, but I think yours are always telling some story. It could be a pun, but it could be. It's also very clever. So, I think when you
Yeah.
mix it all, I mean, maybe adding that title is just a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Like it's just the wrong thing to do.
I
It's
you
like
know
it's like clever on clever is like a
uh,
double negative, or double
right.
positive. It makes a negative. It makes the whole thing lame. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right,
like you walk
exactly,
in, you're like, oh,
exactly.
it's all clever drawing, it's all punny,
What a clever
and it's
title.
got a clever,
Too
yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah,
And so, yeah, drawings. So we're going with drawings, and
very good.
I am. Yeah, I think I've got maybe about 22, 23, including the piece that I'm doing for the Kaiju show at the original GR
Yeah,
store.
very cool.
You
That's gonna be a
know,
fun
so
show. That'll be fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that opening the same
No, it's a week later. We don't
oh, it
make them.
is.
Yeah, we don't want to make them on the same day. No,
Oh, I
because
thought it was
no, I
this.
think it's a week later.
Okay, perfect. Then I could like, not work on that for, I don't have to
Or you
sleep
can,
in.
or you can. You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be one less sleepless night, probably.
You know what? Like I can I can rest well after this week. It has been a rough week. I ran out of coffee and
Oh, that sucks.
it's
What?
sad.
That is
Yeah, and
like,
I
that is horrible.
oh and the closest like coffee vendor that isn't a sickly sweet milk tea in my area is a Starbucks.
Oh, I
So
see.
I've had to drink fucking Starbucks coffee for the past 2, 3 days. That's been rough.
Yeah.
And so
Burnt coffee.
oh yeah, this burnt coffee, but it does the trick.
Mm.
Like after, you drink a glass of it or a mug of it, you're freaking wired.
Wow. So you've been going to Starbucks.
I've been going to
Wow.
Starbucks. Yeah, and so, but
But
yeah,
you
I've
have you
got
have stooped low.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I one night I even bought 7-Eleven coffee.
You know,
So,
it is okay. The question: what's better, Starbucks or 7-Eleven?
hmm. Well, Starbucks definitely has the flavor because,
It's
I
burnt.
was, oh yeah, because it's burnt and it's dense. It has a density to it. But if you're like a fan of not dense coffee, 7-Eleven, you know, it could do the trick, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking 7-Eleven will beat Starbucks, at least for me. I would give 7-Eleven the nod over Starbucks. Seriously, I would.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like going to freaking McDonald's,
yeah.
drinking the McDonald's coffee.
I don't know if
Like
I've ever
apparently,
had that, but I'm sure it's fine. I mean,
yeah.
it's drinkable. You
My
know,
mom swears to it. She
probably
swears that the
it probably.
McDonald's is the best coffee.
I bet you'd go good with that fillet of fish.
Oh.
Did you know fillet of fish is actually? It says on the side of the box it's wild caught pollock. Like it's like a
Really?
sustainable. Yeah, it's supposed to be sustainable, like wild caught pollock supposedly. And I was like, what? Like I looked at the side and I was thinking, this is like some reconstituted fucking fish parts. But no, on the side of the box or in big print, it says that, and I was like, I've never noticed that. So you're supposedly maybe it's a little better than you'd think.
Wow.
Maybe not. I'm not
I
sure.
do remember it being a good sandwich.
I'm a
And
fan. That's the one I get, but I don't. I don't get it with cheese because I'm like fish and cheese isn't for me. But it tastes fine, I'm sure. But I just don't get it with cheese.
right.
Yeah,
Well, my go-to Starbucks items, not Starbucks, McDonald's items are the McDouble and the McChicken. And that's because you could get those two items for $3.
yeah, it's cheap, man.
Yeah, like
I
you
mean,
can't beat that.
yeah.
You can't beat that.
How much is a coffee? Like $3? No, it's $1, right?
Right,
I
right.
think a
And
coffee's $1, right? Yeah,
coffee is
I
probably
think
a
$1.
dollar,
Yeah,
but I haven't actually bought coffee at
yeah,
McDonald's,
me neither.
and I am zero interest in like the McCafe shit. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I guess Starbucks. I think Starbucks has to formulate their coffee to taste like the way it does in order to compensate for all the freaking fat and sugar they pour into their coffee drinks.
I also think that's like their signature, like by burning it or having that burn thing going on, like super dark.
Mhm.
Um, that's their signature.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that's Starbucks. Like you can mix up Intelligentsia, you can mix up Balcony, you can mix up Verve, all of these kind of coffee places. If you put in a line, you might not know whose coffee is whose. But if you put one cup of Starbucks and you mixed it in, you would know which is Starbucks.
You get some Blue Bottle, get some Verve.
That's what I'm
go
saying.
Get
You
some
might not
freaking-
know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like it's all pretty good. It's all pretty good. And then you grab that Starbucks, and you're just like, whoa, what? This is an assault on your freaking mouth.
But people are conditioned at this point. I mean, that's the coffee place, right? The biggest one. People like it. So, people have learned that is the coffee flavor. And maybe they think all the rest of those coffees we mentioned are all shit.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, wow, this shit's light.
Like, this
why is it so sour?
Water.
Why is it so sour, And theirs is really burnt. It could be.
I have grown, I have been growing, when we first started doing the podcast, and I'd have coffee at your place. I was at the time, I was kind of adverse to the bright coffees.
Ooh, the bright coffees are the best.
And now, like over the years, or the year, because we've been doing it for about a year now, the podcast for over a year.
More, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, more than a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
I'm creeping closer to the acidics.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
Yeah,
it's in there,
so,
man. Yeah.
I'm beginning to see the light of it all, because I was a big duller South American coffee bean kind of guy, and
no, got to get them Africa coffees. They're they are usually tart and sour. Very nice, bright. Yeah.
Bright.
So a question from Visage Montaraza came in.
Yes.
Mr. Visage asks, I can see that they have no intention of being pretentious hipsters with the names of this solo show, but the drawings that Chueh did on this occasion seem to have a cathartic charge.
Yeah.
That's looking deep right there.
Yeah, that's looking a lot deeper than I'm probably looking.
That's for people to do though, right?
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I think in the beginning, when I started kind of assembling ideas for this show, I was trying to think of quarantine ideas to a certain degree. Because we've all been doing this quarantine thing for since March now, and
March 16th or 17th or something like that. All right.
And I think we decided in April, we're not going to be able to do an actual gallery opening this year. It's just not going to work out.
Well, if you want to, I do think if you go for it and you get 50 people and pack in a room, someone's going to walk out with the COVIDs.
Yeah, and I don't want
maybe 2, maybe 3. There's going to be somebody, 1 in 50 probably will have it.
Yeah,
without knowing.
Or at least 1 in 100, and
well, maybe among the art crowd that does all kinds of nasty weird shit, 1 in 50. Somebody sniffed the wrong butt, in the last couple days. They're asymptomatic so far.
Yeah.
But boom.
Exactly.
In 2 days, they're gonna be sweating bricks with a headache and a cough. Oh.
Or they could have type O blood and just kind of feel a little under the weather, and be completely fine. But it won't be me, because I've got type A blood, and
that's true.
I will feel the full force of that.
And you've got the diabetes, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, thank God. I have been very careful about that. That is something in my family. My father had the diabetes.
So do you call it the diabetes? Diabetes.
I do, only because of what's his name.
Where did that start?
It started with that one dude.
I see it on Reddit. So people I saw a video of 2 guys fighting. One guy was huge, and then you just see the comments, and they goes, one guy is all about the diabetes. And I was that's obviously he's talking about the fat guy, but and I was just like, diabetes, and it's in all caps. It's in all caps.
It's that one dude, the one dude with the walrus mustache, the white guy.
What, Wilford Brimley? He died though.
Yeah, he did die.
Wilfred,
He
not
died.
not Wilfred Brimley, right? The guy from
I think it
Cocoon.
was him
The
because
guy from Cocoon.
he did he did an
Oh,
advertising campaign.
that guy.
He-
The only guy I can think of with a walrus mustache is that guy, and he's
Yeah.
the guy. Oh my god.
I think it's him.
I think you might
it's
be
him.
right. Now that you say it, I think he had an infomercial-ish kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, and he would refer to it as the diabetes, and he started this entire like meme of sorts.
Wow. The diabetes.
The diabetes.
The diabetes.
Yeah,
That's absolutely horrible.
Don't fuck with the diabetes.
No. So continue. Sorry, we went on a break
Yeah, a
of
little
you're
bit of
talking about
tangent there.
you're talking about your drawings,
Yeah,
and
so
we're talking about COVID-19 and being locked in or shut
yeah,
in.
so I originally was like we were planning on doing Let's Eat Seconds, right? And that was going to fall into
August,
the late
Usually
August
Yeah.
slot.
Oh
And-
man! First off, before we get sorry, I'm ruining it all. Last year's Let's Eat was like was a fun celebration, kind of like marking the end of summer.
Yes.
So,
yeah, it was
ma-
such a
yeah.
great show, and
It felt really
so many
good.
different artists came out, and so much different art was there.
No, it
and-
felt really amazing. Like that one, I felt like I was at an art fair or something. It was really weird.
right.
It was
Oh my
weird.
God,
Yeah, it was weird.
It was so much fun, and
Yeah.
like knowing that it just was not going to play out like that again this year. Like I imagined like for seconds we would have had like even more people and like almost taken over the street.
Yeah.
And really pissed off black market. Your neighbors.
Yeah.
But it just the SARS-CoV-2 just kind of said like, nah, dude, it's not gonna play out like that this year.
No.
And so
Yeah, it wouldn't be seconds. It's Let's eat seconds. No.
It would just be meh, and I didn't want that stain to fall onto this show. So
wow, that sounds deep, man. We could have called it, it is. It's like all really okay. Wow.
No, I just
We could have called it like bad takeout. Let's eat two. Bad takeout.
bad takeout.
Yeah, that's what it.
No, if we're gonna
Failed
do a
food delivery failure.
right?
Yeah. It's like a hamburger that's all split open from the to-go bag because the Uber driver didn't care.
We could like think of like a dumb name for another app that does food delivery or whatever.
Yeah.
But and then on top of that, like
Grub dud.
Grub dud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
that
eat
is
two.
good.
Grub dud.
Grub dud.
Are you? It's like whatever. It's
Oh, that's good. That's good. If things fall through next year, we'll do Grub Dud.
Or what's the thing called where it's a kitchen where there's like 50 restaurants in one building? What's it? Ghost Kitchen.
Ghost.
Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard like all.
Okay,
that,
so
but
we
that's
just went on another tangent. I'm sorry, but this is when there's like for example in West LA there's a building, there's 22 or 30 something like 22 or 32 restaurants in it, so you could order, and everyone's got the same address, and I'm like, okay, Trejo's Tacos is in West LA, like where? There's an address. There's like a some kind of is a Filipino restaurant I never heard of. Where is that? It's got the same address as Trejo's Tacos.
What?
So like all these restaurants, there's Compton Vegan, right? That's like a soul food that's vegan. What's the address? Same one as Trejo's Tacos. So there's like 20 something restaurants with the same address, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And that's a ghost kitchen. Basically, supposedly it's subdivided into 22 kitchens, and when you order from, let's say you order pad thai, but you order Trejo's Tacos, and it's all cooked under the same roof in supposedly in different kitchens. So you could have anything, just
and
about.
This is like a delivery kind of system.
Yeah. So like on a given night, when it's a delivery night, you'll see cars parked all down the block because they're, somebody ordered from there. But the whole thing is they're making it look like, there are 22 restaurants, but really it's under one roof, so it's sort of phony.
Is this something that like was developed during coronavirus?
No. It was beforehand, but it was just trying to take advantage of the many delivery services. So you could have this tiny place, tiny space, and you could still have a restaurant, and you're making money only by delivery. Although this place does allow you to dine in if during not Corona times,
Right.
open times, you could dine in. But that means you could go, hey, I'll get saute, but I want the vegan ribs, and I want like Trejo's tacos. You could order all those different things and sit at a table and get all of that shit at once, which is
Wow.
weird, right? You're like, wait, that's 3 different restaurants' food, but you can get it all at once.
Wow.
Which I heard the place sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. So there you go.
Wait. Trejo's Tacos
No,
sucks?
I heard the whole all the food you get there sucks
Oh.
because you're getting. I don't even know how it really works. Like, is it really 22 kitchens, or is it like 6 kitchens and they're just all splitting up that grill and cooking it all at the same time? I don't know. But supposedly everyone's got their own kitchen. But does that mean there's 22 chefs who are just like with a knife and a fucking spatula going, just like waiting?
You know what it probably is?
I don't
It's
know.
like most restaurants, they probably have so much stuff prepared that they can be able to share between different restaurants.
I would think so,
like,
right? Like share, but I don't know. Maybe they don't. Like maybe that's completely not part of the rules. Like I don't know. That means there's got to be 22 different inspections for the kitchen.
Have you ordered from this place before?
No, I'm not gonna do
No?
that. But I know people have eaten there and they said it sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah, like the whole thing sucks.
Oh,
Anyways,
those
sorry. Go
kitchen-
back to what you're talking about. Back
Okay.
to that. Let's eat to COVID
Let's eat
kitchen, whatever it's
COVID
called.
kitchen. No, we could have called it COVID kitchen. That is so good. But like, yeah. So knowing that like the show, this wasn't going to be like, it was going to be impossible to do it the way we wanted it to be like.
Yeah.
Coupled with the fact that like I was supposed to have I usually do at least one solo show a year. Sometimes it's in Los Angeles, sometimes it's in other countries and stuff like that. And because of everything, like that was a big chunk of my annual income just evaporating, and I was like,
Oh,
you know what?
the show was this Philippines.
Yeah, I was going to be in the Philippines this year, and it was going to be in June, and I was like, wah wah.
But when would you have started painting for a show in June?
I would have started painting in January.
Wow. Wait,
Yeah.
we weren't locked down yet. Did you start in January?
I had like about 6 paintings started.
Oh, good. Let's put those in GR2. Thanks.
They're
All right,
not
good night,
finished.
everybody. Good night. Bye. Oh, okay.
They're not finished, and some of them have already gone into group shows.
Oh no, that's cool. That's rad.
so-
But so that was really part of the plan was to have you're probably gonna fly there and they'll treat you super well and you'd gain
I was gonna eat
gain about 10 pounds of fucking great food, like really
great
good food.
and sweat it all out in the heat
Yeah.
and the humidity out
Oh,
there.
June. You're right. It's June and it's kind of equatorial, isn't it, or something?
Yes, it's very equatorial. It's very tropical.
Yeah.
And but so that fell through, and so I kind of was thinking, well, I don't want to leave Eric hanging,
Oh, thanks.
because that's like, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I think that's like one of the big gambles that galleries take, is that like you get an artist to agree to do a show and you're hoping and praying that like they do not pull like
You don't even know how stressful that can be. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, bummer. And then I get over it like in 5 minutes and I'm like, I gotta find something, and it's like, it is hard. But it's a bummer. It can be very stressful.
Mhm.
But so thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
and,
So what happened? Okay. So what happened to the space and time of the show, the June show? Like what happened at that gallery, Secret Fresh, right?
they closed, like, well, the Philippines locked down,
Uh-huh.
and I think they still might be locked down.
Like lockdown, like harsh. Like you'll be
people not
shot.
coming in.
You'll be shot dead if you're outside, type of thing. Because
I don't think it's shot dead type of
Duarte
thing.
is just one badass human being.
He is a badass,
Yeah.
but he's a tough guy.
No,
But
don't fuck with that dude.
he might be what is quote unquote what the Philippines needs.
Yeah. I'm not saying it work. It might work there, great. But I didn't know if they're locked down or not. Or they're still having art shows at Secret Fresh. And what do
I
they
think
do? What do they
they're
do with their June space, for example, since you're not there?
well, I think they started showing stuff again like in July,
Wow.
and we just never like, because like, international, like they were showing artists all the way up until March.
Well,
I
okay.
think I forgot who was showing.
Quicks. No, I'm kidding.
No, no. Oh, jeez, who?
Quicks.
No, it was an
Quicks is
international artist. I think they got in. Um, what's his name from Tokidoki?
Simone.
They might have gotten Simone.
I think you're right, actually. Maybe I kind of recall something like that there.
Yeah.
Not last year's one. I remember, I think there was one this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
there you
it was
go.
in the spring, in March, and he was probably the last
Right.
international artist that like
Wow.
showed with them. And the one good thing about Secret Fresh is that Big Boy works with a lot of local artists out there in one form or another, and whether showing them or having them like collaborate with some of the international artists that he showcases. Like when I was out there, like it's funny, like when I was the first time I was out there 3 years ago, Quicks actually came out by the gallery and helped me paint
Oh, that's cool.
for my show.
For
And
those that don't know, Quicks is sort of like the. I want to say. I mean, he does more than just
he's a
toys,
freaking
but
hype beast.
he's
He's
the
a
toy. Yeah, he's like the guy right now in designer toys. I guess you'd
Yeah,
say.
like he in the past, and after those 3 years that after I met him, like he has blown the fuck up.
Yeah, he might be one of
And
the hottest, biggest kind of at the moment, right?
yeah, he's got like
Yeah.
Adidas deals. He's got like freaking like, yeah, I'm super happy for him and a little bit jealous. So,
Yep.
but like, but he does his own thing. And, like I met him in Manila, like when I was out there. And,
Cool.
and I think maybe Big Boy like invited him out, and, we hung out and he helped me paint. And, you know, like, so he's helping like artists get like, I think he's, helping local artists gain some kind of exposure to more established artists, and building his community out there as well. And so, and I met a bunch of other artists that like helped me paint. Quick's
Yeah.
only helped me for like a day, but
Mm.
like, like I had other artists that stuck around like for the week I was out there, painting.
There's a lot of
Before
great
the show.
artists out there that kind of don't have the shine here, but
Yeah.
they seem to do all right out there, though.
I've been bookmarking a bunch of artists from out there that like I want to have, and that I was gonna, put in the bring invite to the Let's Eat show.
Oh, we should just have our own Philippine show.
We should.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much amazing
Yeah, that's
Filipino
what I'm
art out
saying.
there. I mean, it's there.
Yeah,
You
we could.
know,
What would be the punny name? Like like Millie Manila? No, I don't know. Like
no,
Millie
no.
Manila.
It should be named after like like
Stupid.
some. We should just call it lechon or something
Lechon.
like that.
Oh, adobo.
Adobo. The ultimate Filipino food umbrella that encapsulates so much different stuff. Like I still
Adobo.
don't know what adobo is.
I don't know,
Like,
man. It's a tasty ass fucking chicken dish usually.
yeah, but
It
like
could be
you could do
pork,
it with
could be other
pork. You
things,
could
right?
do it with you
But
could use it like dry adobos, and there's wet adobos, and there's usually a sour element and a salty
I
element.
think there's some vinegar in there and
Yeah,
vinegar, soy sauce kind of
yeah,
thing. Apple cider vinegar, soy sauce. I think those are the main ingredients right there. But good shit, dude. And actually, it's not even just apple cider vinegar. There's other vinegars, and I forgot what they were. But
they probably use like black
there,
like rice vinegars and
there
stuff
are
like that.
other kinds. But yeah,
Yeah.
adobo. And just
Adobo.
the word is great. You know, I think
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
should go
because if
out.
you write adobo, like look at the way the letters look. It looks almost like a palindrome, but not quite. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
But it's not. It's an A instead of an O. But it's like, but the letter B and D are backwards, so it's kind of You know, right?
Oh,
It looks kind of
yeah.
mirror image. That's why I like that word. It's
Yeah,
fun to
that's a
say
good
too.
word. Maybe
Fun
we
to
should
say.
call it Odobo.
Yeah. Oh, like tenant? It's like our own tenant, whatever
Right,
that is.
right, right.
Stupid.
No, like I always think it's a crying shame that palindrome, the word palindrome, is not a palindrome.
Yeah, that's dumb, huh?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
that's dumb. Why is
work
that?
on it English.
Come on. Jeez. Stupid. Anyway,
Yeah,
we were still talking about your art.
yeah. We're still talking about the show. So
Yeah.
basically, I decided to like, like propose to you like, hey, and then we did the whatchamacallit, we did the Rakugaki show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun doing the 5 drawings that I contributed to that show.
I hear a lot of times that people say the pencil drawings is really freeing,
Yeah,
compared like no less pressure, and they just really like feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure there's pressure with paintings because you're like, oh, everyone's gonna look at this painting, people are gonna judge it. Are they gonna like it? Is it gonna sell? And
right.
then I think some just drawings they have that less of a worry. It's just like that those things aren't even thought about.
You
That's what
know,
I've kind of noticed.
it's you and a tin of pencils and erasers and paper. And
What's more primal than that? I mean,
um
it'd be like fucking some weird animal blood and a fucking cave wall. That's more primal than pencils and
wall,
right,
leaving handprint, right?
right. That's all. That's more primal than pencil and paper is that, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
is. It is kind of like one, like, I think it's the adult version of like Crayola crayons, and as a child, I
Man,
guess.
that would be someday would be interesting. I think it might not. I don't know how it'd go over a Crayola crayon art show.
You know,
Everything is Crayola crayon, and it'd
crayon
be.
pigment just doesn't
I know that's the problem.
it just doesn't have the intensity that you would hope that it had.
Well, yeah, unless you could melt it, maybe or something. I'm not sure if there's a way to melt it.
Right. And then,
And then you
the
fuck with it. I
problem
don't
with
know.
the wax is that it oxidizes, it builds up films and stuff like that over
Oh, it
it.
does.
Yeah. So like,
Oh,
if you let it sit like, for like 5-10 years,
so
it'll
what would you do? Would you have to put a sealant on it, and that might
probably
help?
would have to seal it somehow.
Oh, okay. So that's the
I'm
rule:
guessing.
crayons and seal it.
See,
Yeah. Or it'd be good to do a ballpoint pen show. It'd be fun too.
ballpoint pen show would be great.
And
I actually love working with ballpoint pen too. It's amazing the kind of textures and gradations that you could be able to get out of just that.
I wonder I wonder if that's too scary for a lot of people.
Oh,
Because
no.
there's always a little splotch that happens from the ballpoint, but some people don't do that. Like you know what I mean? If like it's like I'm drawing with a ballpoint pen, I'm like, why do I have the splotch every 4? It's like splotch, and the splotch is tiny, but it's like it stands out. It's
Right,
like
right,
oh, there's a
yeah.
splotch.
Well,
Why do I get those?
you get similar effects to a certain degree with even with graphite, right? Because you start off with a sharp point, and as you keep working it, like if you say you're using it to like say I'm trying to like add a texture or a value to the background, and as I'm drawing it, like it gets too dull, so now I have to sharpen it.
Oh, changes the.
Yeah, and it changes the point, and
Oh,
so like you kind of have to. It's like you have to draw it somewhere else with it until it gets to a point where it wears down enough to,
wow.
you know.
Okay, back to your show again.
Okay, so yeah, I did the Rakugaki show, and I had a lot of fun doing the show. I had a lot of fun working on it, and as some of you guys might know, I have a relationship with another local gallery out here, and I'm not going to really drop names right now, just because it's where the focus is on Giant Robot.
No, it's okay. It's okay with me. I
Okay.
mean, I'll just get
Yeah,
just a little, just a tiny bit of hurt. Ugh. No, I'm kidding.
I usually show with Corey Helford Gallery,
No, yeah.
and they kind of like, I think I'm not sure who it was, but basically they're just not really interested in showing graphite on paper.
No, there, go big or go home. And if you can't go big there, you're got Giant Robot. Sorry, Luke.
And yeah,
I appreciate them letting you do that though, because I mean I know them just
yeah.
I don't know them very well, but
Mhm.
publicly, thank you, Corey Helford, for letting this happen, because
Oh,
I know they can be possessive, as they
yeah,
should be, but
yeah.
no, I'm thankful. So
And I
thank you.
appreciate them letting me like being okay with it because I had to. I mean,
I
I
mean,
talked.
they're supporting the bottom feeder galleries. Uh, Thank you. No, seriously. I mean, they're huge. I'm not in any competition with them, but
You're
I
not.
get
You
it.
are not a bottom feeder gallery.
You
I don't
know,
think you are.
okay. Not. I mean, but compared to them, man, those guys are like, yeah,
You know,
they're part of the arts district with a gallery bigger than the other galleries out there.
yeah, they do have a freaking huge.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what?
Mhm.
Anyway, I appreciate them. So all good.
So they have no interest in showing graphite on paperwork, and I really like and which created a great excuse for me to create a body of work. For it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to show this stuff, well, I'm going to show it with my podcast partner Eric Nakamura. And then, like, on top of that, what this show allows me to do is to explore some of the ideas that I've got mapped out for my 2021 show
At Corey Helford.
at Corey Helford.
Oh well, see, then this is benefiting them, right? I mean, kind of, because now you're doing
Yeah, because they can
pseudo studies, right? That are
Yeah.
going to become paintings. So
yeah, they're a lot more finished than I would normally ever have drawn them. But
right.
the one thing that like I'm finding, or experiencing for myself in through working on this show is just how much actually loved drawing. Like I've kind of forgot. It became like I think the fact that like everything just became it's all this means to an end for these paintings, and I would sketch things out, and they'll be really, really rough. And I could usually tell just, through the roughness, like, oh, this is going to work. And then I'll like transpose it to, or redraw it onto a canvas or into a panel. But with, the experience of working on it on the show, yeah, I'm kind of like loving drawing again. It's been a lot of fun, and
Awesome.
I'm hoping I can like discipline myself to the point where I can be able to get back to drawing regularly just for fun. I don't see myself like being a freaking sketchbook toting dandy, walking
Oh,
around Los
are,
Angeles.
are we talking about Gary Baseman again?
Oh, not the Scary Basement. There's
Oh.
others.
I'm kidding.
I mean,
The word I thought the word dandy. I was like, Gary Baseman, dandy.
yeah, Gary is a bit of a dandy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I kind of like immediately picture. I was like, oh, maybe he dresses real. I don't even know what dandy means, but I always think if it's a well-dressed person, that's
Yeah.
And I always think, well, that's Gary
Yeah, no.
with a sketchbook.
When I think of a dandy, I think of like someone like above like a plebe, doing like
It's
their
high art, man. It's high. It's high.
Yeah,
High
they're,
society.
like higher. They've got the
High
money.
society.
They got the extra income. They're living life. They're enjoying themselves. They eat good. They drink well. They smoke
Wow.
fancy cigarettes
Or cigars.
or cigars.
Oh.
They maybe they wear an ascot.
And they know how to tie a bow tie.
Yes,
I don't know how.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like they talk like looking up, like blah 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 blah.
Wow. So yeah, you're not going to be a sketchbook toting dandy, but
Yeah.
what are you going to be? A sketchbook toting streetwise.
No, I think I'll save my drawings for when I'm back at my place.
Yeah.
Like from the quiet confines of my apartment, which
That's cool.
like,
Right? I always think a person or an artist or who just draws at home. I just think that's that's amazing. to me for some reason, because there are people that draw at least an hour a day or more,
Mhm.
2 hours a day, 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like Tarada, that I mean, he said there are times where like he goes on a trip. Let's say he goes hiking or he went to Nepal, right?
Mhm.
He didn't draw at all.
Mm.
But when he's at home, man, he is drawing. Like he's never at home and not drawing. Like he might draw 3 and 4 hours a day, is my guess.
Wow.
At least, like minimum,
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are people like that, and then but there's people that draw every day, even if it's just a little bit, and
Yeah. I think
you
this
know
even just
that's cool. I love that.
if I could like get myself back into at least maintaining some kind of like I think that's like something like every time like I prepare for like a bigger show, like like I love the like the kind of pattern that I set for myself where it's like I wake up, I you know drink some coffee or drink some tea, and then like I go to where I'm working, and I'll just sit down and I'll like look over everything and like start like kind of planning out like where I'm going to go, and then I take the first step and I'll keep working until I'm hungry again like 5 hours later.
So, are you drawing in that studio where you paint, or is this
Oh, I'm drawing
different?
out of the apartment, so
Okay.
that's very also very comfortable. Like I have like my dining table has a certain section like blocked out. Like I have an eating section, a model building section, and um the and then drawing section. And
What happens to do you mess up? And if so, like is that just erase or do you just throw the paper away and start over? Or do you mess
depends
up?
on how bad I mess up. Like I just posted a drawing called agoraphobia, which is of a tiny little house like slowly being peeled open with my bear like peeking out the edges, like he's growing too large for the house itself. And I've done that drawing about 3 times
Wow.
on 3 different pieces of paper. And the first one, I had the door busted open, and it just didn't feel right because front doors open in, they don't open out,
Uh-huh.
and so but that's actually the second one. The first one I did a tiny version of it. Then I was like, this is too small. And then I tried doing it bigger and it was too low to the paper. So, and then I had the busted out door thing, which didn't work for me. And then I covered the back of that drawing with graphite, arranged it onto where I thought it should fit onto the paper, traced over it, and then
Wow. Wow. So there were drafts.
oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
I think I've probably done about 35 different drawings for this show, but like
Wow.
the only ones that are working are really like kind of worked out are the 22 that I'm bringing in. And like 22, it might end up be whittled down to 20 depending on like, like which two are like the weak ones that we can, because I actually only bought 20 frames for the for the show. And so what I might have to do when I come in on Friday for the
Loose sheets. It's okay.
we could just
Loose sheets. Not the ones that don't make the wall.
we can or we can I could just go down to Michael's and buy some simple frames.
I think the ones. I mean, I haven't seen them all. I've only seen. I guess I've seen at least the one eight. I've seen the 8, but the one that's on the show card. You looking at the bear as the. I really like that one, and that one is like, I don't. I'm not even exactly sure the story, but like I've thought about different scenarios of what that is.
Look up the end of Evangelion.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
it's literally me
Really?
nagging that
Oh
image.
shit! I didn't know that. At first I was like, "Is that like Akira? Like you walking
No,
towards your
no,
motorcycle?"
it's
You know?
The movie poster for the end of Evangelion has Asuka and Shinji staring over a blood red sea at a gigantic profile of
Oh
Rey.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I switched out Shin
Wow, you're right. Because even the rocks are kind of reminiscent.
and the falling apart buildings. Yeah, that's
Oh, they're not rocks. They're falling apart buildings.
yeah, that's me. Yeah,
There's
that's me. That's me. Stealing that, like, and then
but there's like a Planet of the Apes element that they kind of took maybe though,
oh,
right?
absolutely,
So it's sort of like there is
authentic
that,
kind of image
Yeah.
imagery,
I mean,
and
because it's a Statue of Liberty at the on a beach thing, and
yeah.
I mean, so
So
yeah.
that painting, that was literally me, and then like the title, this is, and then in parentheses, not for weebs, is actually kind of me playing off of their movie titles. So like if you look at the like Evangelion 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0, they have like some kind of title where like this is or something, and then the word not is held in parentheses.
I see.
So yeah, I literally just outed myself as like, a big Evangelion nerd.
Oh, you're not outing yourself. Come on. What? No. Everyone knows anime, manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be.
I outed my
You
I
are a
did
go-to
I
person.
added to the Headspace series with this show with the Gundam and the Zaku, which are the two big, main robots from the Gundam's original Gundam television series. So I got some serious weeb shit going on.
Gundam is such a. What is the story? Well, breaking off side story. What is the Gundam that they're are they making yet another giant Gundam that can walk?
Yeah, they're making a one-to-one scale, because like
But where
scales,
is this? Is in Yokohama or something or
Yokohama, and I am not impressed by it at all. I
okay?
mean, like I guess it looks okay, but like I don't like the proportions. I don't like the weird detailing they did. I don't want, and the thing is that like, okay, it's like it is literally a puppet, like with moving arms and moving legs, but none of the
Oh,
legs can support themselves, can support the weight of it.
oh, it's like a puppet. So it's not free walking.
No, it's not free walking. It literally has
Oh,
a back thing, a support that
gotcha.
like is holding it like up behind it. So, yep, there it is.
Yeah, that was I got that photo. Let's see in August, but
Oh,
it's from
it's close to done right now.
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess this one it's evidently this photo is from the restricted area.
Oh no, they have pictures of
They
it
have
with the
pictures now.
head
Yeah,
on and everything.
yeah. But somebody I know shot this picture and they weren't supposed to. But whatever,
Oh,
whatever. No big deal. But
yeah.
nonetheless, they because they live right by it.
Should have shown that to me when you first got it. Then I would have been like, ooh.
Oh, let's see if I get another one. They probably could get another one. Anyway,
Get some video footage.
but Gundam is like a, to me at least, as a just like a fan of design, it's just a rad design.
Yeah.
Especially and the color choices that were made of the white, yellow, red, blue.
Yeah.
It's just so iconic as a design.
It has defined.
I don't even know what the cartoon's about except it's about robots, right? But and it's probably not. It's probably about something else too.
Oh,
But
it's more of a political drama than
yeah,
it
there you go.
just
See,
happens to have robots.
it's
And
got to. But that just the image of that robot is just iconic. You'll never forget it.
it is iconic.
No.
Well, here, the thing about, okay, am I going to take this down the Gundam hole? I'll take it down for us as a second. Okay, so the importance of Gundam and in anime and in pop culture is that up until Gundam, anime kind of and robots followed a certain formula known as the super robot formula, versus the monster of the day. So you have Mazinger, you have like Combat
Right. Yeah. Riding all of them. Right.
all of these super robots that couldn't possibly exist in the real world, that would magically pull out swords and, whatever. Like,
It's like weird. They go back to old technology. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
or they
It's
go
like
back to
this
magic
gigantic robot, and I'm gonna pull out a sword.
sword. Yeah.
Right.
It,
Duh.
yeah. And so when Gundam was created, it was revolutionary in the sense that it sparked what is known as the real robot genre of anime, where humans are no longer fighting aliens from a distant planet. They are fighting other humans, and they are, you know, adhering to certain laws of physics. They might
I see.
tweak it a little bit here and there. Like I think I kind of feel like they borrowed some like Star Warsy elements with this idea of what they call the new type, where because the story basically goes like, these people who have been living for like up to 3 generations in space, by living in this weird, like in this adverse like environment, start evolving past their normal human abilities. They're able to communicate psychically and whatever. Anyways,
Damn.
but like, yeah, so that kind of changed the face of Japanese anime. And then you have it inspired like other animations like Votoms and
Votoms, I know what that is.
yeah, Votoms
Yeah.
is dope.
Well,
And
then is it Pat Labor? Pat
Pat
Labor, whatever.
Labor,
Yeah.
that came out in the 80s. And this all like, it's like,
Then it leads to Evangelion.
yeah, well, Evangelion kind of did to giant robot anime that what Gundam did to giant robot anime.
Yeah. It was
So
like another step, right?
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
evolutionary step in like
Yeah.
what these robots can mean narrative.
Because even from a design standpoint, that was the next thing that comes out where I'm like, oh, look at this design. It's rad. It's significant, and it's also iconic.
Yeah,
Because like when I say Votoms, I think, oh, that's like a rehash of a Gundam.
thing. Yeah.
Pat Labor rehash of a Gundam, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of how in a way I can see it that way. So
Oh,
then Evangelion comes out, and I'm like, oh, it's like a new baseline.
right. Absolutely. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
just from a design standpoint, I'm like, whoa.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just not even just the design, but then there's also the narrative element to it, where like the style of storytelling is completely changed. And
Hmm.
they like Evangelion was like very philosophical in the way it tried to, you know, like for its overarching storytelling. And they did like crazy shit. Like there's a controversial scene in Evangelion where it's just literally like Ray and Asuka like standing in an elevator not moving for 11 seconds. Like that
Wow.
is like no like I think they might have like background music or like background sound, but like they just stood there like.
Wow.
And
Did they look? Did they look at each other? Was it a weird scene or something, or no? Was it just them?
it was like a weird tension kind of scene, but like
Uh,
thinking about like 10 seconds of like just dead, is like it just you just don't do that in
yeah.
television or motion entertainment.
Well, especially it's animation. That's even more weird, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 At least in normal freaking what
That's
do you call
rad.
it? Like live film stuff, like you can stand still for 10 seconds, but you're not standing still. Things are still happening like to your
Yeah.
body that betray how hard it is you're holding yourself together. But anyway, so yeah, I referenced some weird like stuff for this show. Like I just wanted to have fun with the show. I did like
That's rad.
I did a drawing here. Let me grab something.
Oh shit! Look at this preview for people. Whoever is watching, or yeah, if you're watching visually, you'll be able to see some images. But you'll see them on Instagram too. So
I'll be posting,
don't despair that you're not seeing these right now, or
but like
you're
so
listening. But go to Instagram, Luke Chu. You'll probably be able to see all
this
these.
is
Or Giant Robot.
this is the drawing that
Oh
you're talking about,
yeah.
the Evangelion referenced one. And then I did this one, which is
Yeah.
based on a meme called "Always Has Been," and it's just one of those memes that like I kind of discovered like I guess in late July. And it has like this really dramatic song from the anime Hunter x Hunter, and in the background, and it shows one astronaut like is drifting in space, and he sees something absolutely ridiculous, and he's like, it's always been this. And then like an astronaut comes in behind him with a gun pointed to his head and says it always has been. And and kills him. And
Kills who? The astronaut?
the
Wait.
first astronaut, who is
Uh,
dumbfounded by what he sees.
is that kind of like that's nothing like that's sort of different. Like remember did you see Ad Astra, which I wouldn't recommend you go watch that movie
I did
with
see it, Astra, yes.
I mean, wasn't it like was it like his was Brad is it Brad Pitt in that, right?
Brad Pitt is in that, yeah.
Goes into space. His dad is what, Tommy Lee Jones, and then he's
Yes,
in the way
that
on
is
space. And he goes, and then doesn't he say he's way out there in space somewhere, and he's like, "This is it." Like he was kind of like he had like a disappointment. Like this wasn't what he thought there would be something more, and
right.
it was only that. And then I don't know. Is it sort of like that, or is that different?
I think it's something like that, but like it's actually more about like this. I don't know. It's about this epiphany, and then a conspiracy and
The
an
conspiracy.
assassination, in order to bury the conspiracy or and I the way I kind of saw it was like, like I'm the first astronaut who's looking at this bear and realizing that it has always been about this character.
Oh wow.
And
Cool.
and then another me shows up behind, me, and kind of going, yeah, it's always been about this character.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
um,
Wow.
but then
For those of you who are Luke Chu fans and you're hearing this is pretty deep, actually, in my opinion. But and you're hearing it from Luke, not some kind of person just making shit up,
I've always been like, well, I have always like kind of been resistant to like, my own creation, right? Like it's this kind of this feeling like, oh man, I don't want to just be known as the guy with behind this one character, and like now, like in the past like year or two, I've finally have been coming to terms with it. Like, no, this is my character. This is my legacy, and
That's
I,
a great one.
stop
Cool.
fighting it, embrace it, and this show is a testament to that. And it's
Is it better? Or I don't say. Does it feel better that if that after you embrace that like a year ago or whatnot?
yes, definitely, it definitely does. I think my attitude toward it is like, instead of trying to break away from my character, just fuck with it like as much as you want,
Right.
and have fun with it. I can like get crazy with it, and people will, you know it's mine, but like I could be approaching it from a bazillion different angles, and and to a certain degree, and like it's kind of like started kind of fitting into this weird like contemporary art idea that I am formulating with my own work, where it's like I am like taking this design and I am pushing it as far as I possibly can, into areas that I would never even have ever considered pushing it when I first started working with it. And
Like Cause.
exactly, kind of like Oz,
Well, one of the things I recall when I interviewed him, and this is already a long time ago, when I knew him and he didn't owe me money. So, anyways, back in that day, I asked him about his character. I go, hey, would you ever leave this character and just not do it anymore because you've used it a lot? And he said that would be kind of sad. Like I wouldn't want to. That would be sad to him. Like it was important to him.
Yeah.
That and to this day it's still his character, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he realized what you realized. I guess he realized it probably 15, 18 years ago.
Right.
Like this is my I don't know. He settled on that. I guess settled is the right word. I don't know, but he figured out that was the character that he was going to go with, and it was him. or part of him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I won't deny that I also kind of studied the cause model to a certain degree,
Mhm.
and
It's not like he made that up. I mean, that's been around
no, but like I mean, like
forever.
he's the one who brought it into the contemporary art, you know, like model, and
Right.
which is
Sure.
which is the model that I would like to insert myself into.
Hmm.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to like do what try and beat cause. That's like
You mean put the bear into space, man? Put it into space. I think Cause did that recently, right?
yeah, well, actually,
Yeah.
that is not anything new.
No, of course not.
No,
Space
that's no,
Invader. Space Invader did it also.
no,
I
but
mean,
Cause did that for the MTV Movie Awards about a
yeah.
decade ago.
Oh,
So that's
did he go
that's
into space?
what?
It went. He got his thing into space,
Oh
or
no,
the
no,
Space Man.
Space
This
Man.
recently he put this thing and it went up into space.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, well, I mean, like I'm not
You
sucking
know, like
Elon Musk's dick, so
E- yeah, well, because Elon Musk, his car, he has a car somewhere past Mars, right?
Mhm.
Cause got his little character dude somewhere into space. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
so,
back. I
but
don't know if it
I think
stayed in
Tristan
space.
Eaton also did something like that too, and like a bunch of
Yeah, I don't know.
people did.
Yeah.
Good for them,
You know what? There's got to be a cheap way to get a weather balloon, and we could put like your comfy Cush, can go into space. You know,
Let's do
right?
this. Let's
Yeah,
let's get a Kickstarter going.
yeah. Let's put comfy Cush into
You know,
space.
I don't need Elon Musk to get me into fucking space.
No, comfy Cush can just do it on its own.
But
That'd be pretty fun, actually. But that's again, you got to. It's just getting some kind of a balloon camera. You got to put the camera on there, GPS, so you can find the camera after it lands.
right,
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe go into somewhere where it's really flat, like in the Midwest or something, where you know what I'm saying. Like when it lands, you can actually get to it. Whereas, like, because if we do it here, it might land in the ocean, and
Yeah,
we'll be
it probably would most definitely land in the ocean, or it
yeah,
might land in Nevada.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to go to like somewhere really flat and
But
hope for the
like with
best.
Cause though, like
Yeah.
the only other character that he was, he hasn't been like successful with any of his other characters. His only character that he has ever found success with was the companion.
Yeah.
Everything else that he's done has just been a ripoff of some other pop culture icon.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, Snoopy, the fucking
Luke, can you
Sesame
hear me?
Street Gang, fucking
Your video
Smurfs.
froze.
Um,
Oh, there
yeah.
you go. You're back. You're back. Your video's back. Okay.
Oh, so
It's okay.
yeah.
You froze for a second.
Did anything I say come through about like
all of
me
it,
dissing
all of it,
Buzz?
all of it, all of it,
Okay.
all of it.
And like
I wanted to see your face of disdain, but it was actually frozen.
no, it's actually
Yo,
quite
Mickey
brilliant.
Mouse,
Well,
Smurfs,
Smurfs, fucking Smurfs, fucking SpongeBob, and so like it's like trying to once you've created something like that people instantly associate with you, it's hard to fucking like follow it up with something equally as iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but in his way, I guess just the one is enough. It's like, God damn it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I could probably say something similar about my own character. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure. Someone just said Companion is a Mickey Mouse ripoff.
Oh, it absolutely
Jay Harrison.
Is, but he changed the proportions enough to make it his own. I'll give him
right,
that much.
Right.
I actually had an idea of doing a series called "It's All in the Eyes," and like taking a bunch of like iconic character designs that I love, like a Mickey Mouse, a Bart Simpson, and then those are the two cartoon ones, and two contemporary art ones, which would be a Murakami Dob and a Cause Companion, and then just switching out the eyes with my eye design.
Oh.
And going, It's easy, guys. Anyone can do this.
Got you.
You know, maybe I don't know. I still have some time between now and February.
What is your Luke? Wait, what is your icon? What is the Luke Chew eye? The iconic Luke Chew eye. I kind of got it. It's kind of the sad bear eye.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
bear
gotcha,
eyes.
gotcha.
So it's like it's
And is it on your shirt? Is there a sad bear kind of an
the
eye on
eyes
the?
are on
It is
this.
kind of right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're there
that too,
too.
right?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's that those downward sloping eyes that like
Yeah.
are like I people. I mean, like I know I have them myself, so like it's people often like will see my like my face and associate it with my characters.
Oh, it is your. It is. You are this. You are that.
I am that.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, but I'm gonna say I don't think Cause is his guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see it. But
has been selling it as he is. Like
yeah,
I think.
I mean, maybe once.
Yeah, once, at least once.
At least once. But I mean, I'm saying is like yours is your. It's you doing. It's Luke Chew doing Luke Chew things. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
But I don't know if that Cause companion is. It's Cause doing Cause things. I mean, it's Cause making Cause money. Yeah. But I don't think it's as reflective. But it doesn't. I don't think it in his case doesn't have to be. I guess I don't know.
No. Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I would be surprised if he didn't like see like the companion himself and his companion character.
I haven't read much lately, and I haven't I don't know.
I haven't read anything. So
me neither. But either way, he's hiding behind a wall of money.
Oh yeah. Must be so sweet. Must be nice.
Yeah, a wall of money. Like that wall so thick. Bulletproof. It's a bulletproof wall of money.
Yep.
I mean, it's like we could have some money. I mean, you have some money, I have some money.
Money.
That bullet would go right through it and kill me, right?
unless I hold it just right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That dude can put that money any which way and no bullet is going to go through.
Oh yeah. No
one can go through that thing.
Oh that's no. He could build it big, and deep, and still he could hide himself in the center of it all, and give himself plenty of room to build like furniture out of that money.
Wow.
No, not me.
Wow.
But yeah,
and if he could have fart, it would still smell like money.
That money stench will cut through the fart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway. If I can do this with money, I'd cut a fart and I'd be like, dude, the money's lost by like right away.
Yep.
Yeah, just gas would just. Yep. Anyway, his is just smell like money. It'd be like, nope.
Yep.
There's nothing can beat that. Anyway, yeah, that's how it would be. Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyway.
But yeah.
But awesome. No, I mean, sorry to draw that comparison to your arch enemy, but.
No, he's not. He's not my arch enemy. I don't even know the guys, so
I know.
Like I have no personal ill will toward the guy.
But professional ill will, right?
Professional jealousy.
Oh, okay.
I am not above saying that I am a jealous man. You know?
Right.
So like I would love to have that kind of success.
Oh, yeah.
So And I think jealousy is the fuel that like lights the fuel for the fire for my fire.
Awesome.
So whenever I see people do more successful than me, I will not deny that I am jealous of their success. So
then you'll just go into your room and draw more.
Exactly. I'll start plan to try to plan even deeper.
Awesome.
Nothing wrong with admitting like when that's something that you are envious of someone.
I wonder how many other artists work with that, a little bit of that, or a lot of that, actually. Like if that's something that fuels their work or drive. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but I'm wondering how many use that exact thing, because that's like something that you won't hear people admit.
Yeah, and like there's nothing wrong with fucking like
no, nothing wrong with it at all. That's a human emotion.
Oh, I wish I had that kind of success. I wish I had
or that idea was next level.
Yeah,
I gotta think of something.
I wish I could come to those kind of conclusions, kind of thing.
Yeah. I wonder how many artists that we know even kind of use that with it, and without admitting it. Like, so you go to something, you'll see it, and you're like, dude, that was mind blowing. Other artists are like, oh, that was very good. Oh, yeah, very good. Okay, on to the next thing, and then ultimately they're just jealous as fuck. Inside, they're holding it in, you know,
Yeah,
and then
it's 'cause they
then
don't
they go
wanna
home.
give that person the credit that they
Yeah,
fucking deserve, and it's just like,
yeah.
dude, give them
I
fucking
wonder.
credit. Like,
Yeah.
like
I wonder how many. I'm still curious how many, like, so many artists we know that actually use it, or do they just, wave the white flag and go, "I'm defeated. I can't do anything. It's over." But no, I'm sure some use it. Maybe some don't. Some have their own drive, a different kind of drive. But
right.
yeah,
Like everyone has to do things the way they do it, but
yeah,
I'm here to say that, like, don't be ashamed of your envy. Don't feel bad that, like, you like are, stumped by the success of others. you know
What color is envy? Green or yellow? I forgot. It's like a color, right?
Green
They
with
say
envy. Green with
green with envy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's yeah, I think it's okay to, like, you know like the worst is not admitting it, but, like, everything, all of your actions, like, imply that you are. It's like, like, dude, you're totally jealous. I'm not fucking jealous.
That response that I bet you is prevalent.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to give
prevalent.
people credit. Like, give people credit.
Yeah.
Give them credit. Like, it takes a bigger person to admit that, someone else is deserving of accolades, and not you. So, but, like, but then to work up, but, don't let it defeat you.
Right.
Like, freaking, like, do what you can to fucking level up. Like,
Yeah, I bet you there's somebody doing art right now listening, maybe, or not right now live, but
yeah.
on the podcast. There you go. There's your fuel.
Yeah.
You probably saw something that was good. Level up. That's the word.
Level up. Like,
And be green with envy at the same time.
It's just like, whole, like, don't bottle up your envy. Just let it fucking, like, it's easier to deal with it when you let it out. Like, oh man, that's fucking, dude, like, I'm jealous of that guy. It feels so much better when you say it. Just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's how I feel. And, like, you don't carry it to, like, the next conversation, or to the next day. You're just like, oh yeah, I felt that way. It's good.
Yeah.
But so, knowing, like, we got 22 drawings lined up, which I will be bringing to the gallery on Friday. I don't know whether or not, for hanging. We have something to discuss, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of, because I'm curious, as a gallery owner, how you feel about, like, how we should conduct Saturday.
Well, I mean, the thing says 12 noon, so I figure that means it should go online at 12 noon, maybe, because that's kind of how the pattern has been.
Mhm.
But I don't mind people coming if whatever. We have a
Like, let two people in at a time.
Yeah, like that. I don't mind. Maybe there's a certain hour it should be at, like a certain time.
Mhm.
Maybe, but it shouldn't. Probably not at 12. I think if anyone's gonna buy stuff and preview list, go for it. Right, preview
Yes.
list, go for it. I want to do that, but maybe it's at 2. So those that want something, you're at home on your phone buying something. If you're at 12, if you're at that time,
Are we going to freaking, like, Pop Shop
But
this
no,
this thing on Saturday? Have me over.
no. The art? No, I don't want to put the art. Pop shop the art. No, maybe not. But they're actually going to do a pop shop art day, like, in a week or two. So I would do it then, or something then.
Okay. Yeah.
If there's something left, they're supposed to. They're kind of planning one in September, and I was like, that's gonna be interesting. So we could ride that wave.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. and your show will be happening during
like how
that.
much we
But
move. I'm hoping that we could be able to have a preview ready by Friday.
yeah, for sure.
To like,
Doable.
I will have everything scanned in. I am not liking the way these drawings scan on the flatbed.
That's hard, huh? I know, like, I think graphite's hard to do that with.
Yeah. It's just not like, I like the foam pics a little bit more after I tweak them a little bit in
Yeah,
Photoshop.
it's like all about the contrast. It's hard, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and like, yeah, because like
because
that's-
graphite's not black, right? It's like dark gray, and
Mhm.
it's a hard one to kind of get right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, if
I don't think it's ever been easy, because I look at pictures of, even museums have, of graphite like historical graphite drawings. And I'm like, no way does it look like that, right? Like the contrast is too high, or
yeah, like I was
You know?
looking at like the pictures that I had put, like if you look at the my Instagram right now, Luke Chu, please give me a follow. It's that's LUKECHUEH. I posted a different filtered version of the drawing that I used to promote our podcast. I did this drawing. I'm calling it hierarchy, where it's like me on the bottom and my bear above me.
Awesome.
And the like the first one I posted on the Robot and the Bear Instagram page is the white background with a graphite drawing on it, and like just the whiteness on the screen just feels so like, I don't know, like feels too much. And then I added a kind of a very light gray background filter effect.
Oh, I see.
On it, and it suddenly felt a little bit closer to what
Gotcha.
the drawing is.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Huh? I could see that.
But I don't like the fucking Instagram filters.
Because we perceive paper not as stark white, like 000 white, right?
Right.
Like our eye probably perceives it with some kind of tone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the sun's hitting it, it might be 000 white.
Right.
But I mean, if it's not, it's got some kind of tone to it.
Yeah, it's got a subtle.
Even if it's what did you add, like a 5% or something, or?
No, I just like was swiping through filters. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good.
Okay. But I mean, I'm gonna guess it's something like a 5 to 10% filter, like gray or something, just to give the paper a tone. Makes sense.
Yeah, and
okay.
It's it also kind of pushed all the high contrast elements back a little bit.
Right.
Made it feel more natural to me. But like it, it doesn't. It's not great. But like,
oh, so what should we do?
I was thinking I could come by on Saturday I think we should do a live stream thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll come by and I could talk over the live stream,
right?
Like each some of these pieces.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then
like at 12, or did you want to do it at 12?
Can we do it like at 12:30?
Yeah,
1 o'clock.
Sure.
Just, and then we can look at opening the doors and like kind of roping it off at the door and letting people, like a couple people in at a time. If,
maybe that's at, like, I don't know what time, 2 or something.
2, yeah. Hopefully it won't be too hot.
I got air conditioning, although it broke and I got it fixed. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it actually broke down and I got it fixed, like on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
like it broke on Saturday, got it fixed on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah. So now hopefully it won't be too hot, but inside will be cool.
Very nice. Yeah.
Outside you can cook. What can I do? You can go get a boba.
Yeah, get yourself a boba. I don't. I like. You don't need
2. I guess 2 would work. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
There you go.
Just to let people like.
Yeah. And wear a mask. I don't care if you're from Orange County or not. Wear a mask.
Wear a fucking mask.
Yeah.
Be respectful.
Yeah, Luke has type A blood. I have AB. I don't know where that puts me on the spectrum.
It probably puts you like somewhere between O and and A.
Yeah, but you're A. You are the juiciest victim.
I am juicy, and I fucking have a history of smoking and like so even though
That's
I like
true.
use the electronic cigarette thing now, like
Nah, you put a good bunch of tar in your
Oh
lungs,
yeah,
so
I'm sure there are plenty of little like lung nodules that are just all caked up and dead.
oh, wow.
But yeah, yeah. Please, if you're able to come out like in the later in the afternoon, I'll stick around, for as long as I'm needed.
Yeah.
And
Should we have a end time like 2 to 5, 2 to I don't know.
like
I'm
two,
just throwing out a number.
like 5, 6, whenever like you
Yeah.
guys like normally close Giant Robot, and I'll be
What do you
around
mean? We haven't been open since March 17th or whatever. We haven't been open, so normally closed Giant Robot. I mean, at an opening we'd be open till 10 or 11. So,
yeah.
but this isn't an opening, right?
No, this is kind of, I think we're doing like soft. It's
Yeah.
like what they would
Should we
call
do
it, soft.
should we do like 2 to 5? I don't know. That's 3 hours. Is
Two
that
to
too long? Too
five
short?
or two
We
to six? I don't know.
we can do 2 to 6, whatever you like.
Like I don't mind sticking around.
What if it's 2 to 6 and between 4 and 6 one person comes? Hey, Luke. You're
You know, um, that's fine.
Is it okay?
That's fine. Like I have a feeling people like are constantly on fucking Sawtell. It almost makes me a little nervous sometimes.
Yeah, we'll have to
Like,
block off the door and just let I do the 2 at a time thing or whatever it is.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can just put the sandwich board like at the door and say,
yeah,
GR 2 at a time.
right.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that it's masks on and yeah,
Masks on. Yeah, okay. I'll have to
masks
make a sign.
and
Masks on.
when I came in hung out like a couple weeks ago, like it was kind of nerve-wracking, just like seeing like how many people were out and about, and
It can be scary. And then there are people still on Sawtell who don't wear masks. They're there every day
really.
who won't wear masks. Yeah, and you could tell they're
One homeless dude like doesn't wear a mask usually.
the homeless guy that we know wears a mask.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
I thought I saw him without a mask.
No, he usually always has a mask.
Uh,
Like now, yeah. But there are many who aren't homeless, and you could tell like their disposition that they want to fight about the mask. So if you say put on a mask, they're gonna snap at you because you could just see it.
Constitutional rights.
I've seen it too. I've seen there's a fight, almost a fist fight that almost happened right across the street from GR because somebody said, "Hey, wear a mask." The guy, they're just ready to fight, and you could just see it. Like you could see it. They're just super grumpy and ready to go. And I'm like, oh man, well, usually just stay away.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like that even there, Sawtell. And food pickup people, a lot of them don't wear masks. Actually, who like food pickup, they're not wearing masks, and they try to go to the restaurant to do a pickup, and they don't have a mask, and they're super angry. You could tell, like they're grumpy as hell, and it's rough,
Your
man.
job sucks, but like
Yeah, but they're grumpy without a mask, and they want to fight. Like I was just like fuck. Anyway, wear a mask, please. That's about it.
Yeah, please
Wear a mask.
wear a mask. Like
Yeah.
like don't get my A-type blood sick.
Yeah, or my AB type blood sick for that matter. Please not.
That was
But
actually
that'll be fun.
that conversation with Gerald was still that last one still like freaking like
That one was to me the best one.
Yeah.
Like it was super informative. I got all the questions I had at the moment out, and yeah, I still I think about so much of what he said on that one, and I reference it a lot.
Yeah.
And the fact that maybe the outdoor dining now has proven to be okay since that podcast.
Right.
But not all of it, because some of it is like super cool. They're sitting next to each other outside. You know?
No, it's
I mean, like if you're with your group of friends and you're eating out, and one of them has COVID, you might get sick even if you're sitting outside. You're sitting outside, and if you're sitting right next to them, you might get sick too.
Yeah, you're sitting right across the fucking table from that.
Yeah. Or if you're even, who knows? You're sitting right by them, it could happen.
Yeah.
Because they're not. There's some of them are a little too close. There is that.
Yeah, super spreaders, man. I don't. Still, that's
a spreader and a susceptible person. You mix it. That's just a bad combo, right?
Yeah. That's one of these. The next time we bring Gerald back on, because I have a feeling I'm going to be bringing him back on eventually.
Sure.
we should we need to ask about the super spreader thing.
Yeah. Oh, and Hawaii just has a lockdown for 2 weeks starting Thursday. They'll have a 2 week lockdown in
Again?
Hawaii. I mean, I don't know, but did they have one already
Yeah, they had one somewhat
specifically?
recently. They had one
Oh,
in the beginning
okay.
of summer. Like,
All right, so they're having one on Thursday, starting for just they say 2 weeks. And I'm like, what's that going to accomplish? But they're having a lockdown for 2 weeks, starting Thursday.
wow, I didn't even know they reopened again.
Their numbers are getting bad. I guess that's
Too many
what
beach
it's.
bums. Too many beach bums.
I don't even know, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess just people. It's just the numbers are higher probably now than they were back in early on in Hawaii. So
I'm wondering like if most of it is happening like in that Waikiki area.
yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Or is it just like families that live together? Like a lot of people that live under one roof, and
Right.
maybe they work at a hotel, and maybe there's some. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Yeah. Well,
A bunch of mokes chilling out with giving each other COVID.
have you had Snack Addicted? Yeah, I brought you a bag once.
It was good shit.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I still order from them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because.
Oh, I thought they were sending you boxes of it for free.
No, man, I'm trying to
Oh.
support the business. I mean, they'll like because like I've met them and I guess that blue check mark means something to people, but like they'll occasionally throw an extra bag of something.
Hey,
Which
cool. Or is that
cool.
Chad? Does Chad work there?
Chad
Crappy
does
Kids
not work
Chad?
there, but
He
he has like he did like this weird puffed freaking what is this, a milk dud kind of thing. Like they puffed it like they freeze dried it and puffed it up like a.
Wait, are you sure he doesn't work there? I feel like he works there.
Does he work there?
He may work there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot. Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, I think he may work there. So.
dude, their snacks are so good.
Really? Okay, I'm going to order some.
Yeah, the green dragon one.
Okay.
Like you can't like that is the one like hands down. And once in a while, if you get like the garlic and garlic and onion chicharron, like
Sounds good too.
oh, those are so good.
Wow.
So good.
So are you getting Snack Addicted has it's beef jerky that's crispy, right?
Yeah, it's crispy beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's
And it's called Green Dragon. That's the one you like, the
Green Dragon's
variety.
the best one. Like I was talking to them, thanking them for I think they sent me like a little like this one like it's what's it it's like chashu kind of like the Chinese style red pork.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They sent me an extra bag of that when I ordered a bunch of like pork rinds from them. And
Are you getting pork rinds or beef jerky?
I'm getting
Or
both.
beef?
Okay,
wait.
And then I'm spreading it out over like a month, just eating them.
So just kind of getting a baseline. How much do you spend when you order?
About $50.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious because I don't know how much is a bag of whatever they make. Like, is it like $10, $12?
It gets up to about like 10. I think about $10.
All right.
But like
Sounds good.
it's you shouldn't be snacking like stupid anyways. You should.
Oh yeah, I do. So do they sell it here?
No,
I mean, or is it only in Hawaii?
it's only in Hawaii.
Wow.
They don't even have like nutritional like contents on the.
Oh, that's some backwood shit. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like FDA? No.
No. You can only buy this shit online and maybe like one of our uncles or aunties, convenience stores.
Wow. I love it. That sounds great.
Yeah, just thinking of Hawaii, I would love to be. Well, actually, I would. Oh, man, I just want to get the fuck out of like Los Angeles.
That'll be a while.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a while.
You can go out of town, but I mean, there might be a fire wherever you go. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Air quality out here sucks.
Yeah, it's been bad. So,
anyways, we're rambling. We're bullshit.
Hey, rambling is the best. Yeah.
Anyways, for all of you who are still listening, hope you can be able to make it out on Saturday. I'll be around.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Okay.
who knows? Maybe I'll even like. What do you think? Are you only doing like Saturday? Because you're also doing the store on Sundays now too, right?
You mean just the outdoor tent?
Yeah.
We do the outdoor tent Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at GR store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
do
don't
the
know
tent.
if there's a
We do the
demand.
tent.
If,
I have ghost bears, some clears and the matte whites.
oh, great.
I've got those. So
Yeah, I can, bring a Sharpie.
I I will have a Sharpie.
I'll sign them up for you.
Ooh, yes.
You know,
Awesome.
but
Awesome.
yeah, and if there's a demand of the, for Sunday, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Maybe I could cruise by on Sunday as well.
I'm down.
Any reason to get the fuck out of San Gabriel for a little while.
Sounds good.
But yeah, let's guess
Yeah, we're at 1.5, so we've done our duty.
the duty is done. Hope to see some of you on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll just call it 2 to 6.
2 to 6,
and then before that we'll stream it at 12. Whatever. We'll do a stream
12:30, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. All righty, guys.
I'm excited.
Very much.
All righty. Thank you much. Sayonara.
Sayonara.